What's going on, guys? So we are zooming in here to take a look at the funky water physics, apparently. I don't know why that happens, but I did want to take a look at this boat ramp I built. Thought it was pretty neat. I've never built one before, because they're not functional. So it does look nice, though. Complements this park area we have here. Yeah, so it's nestled right behind the city, up the river a bit. So yeah, it looks pretty nice. City's really coming along. We are going to throw a park in this empty area right by the high school downtown, but not before we get some water down. We are increasing our population soon. Going to be zoning some residential back here, so going to need some water. I like to do my roads, and then as soon as I see that demand, I'll go ahead and lay the water down and then zone, just so I'm not increasing my infrastructure spending before I really need it. So I'll have the roads there, and then, yeah, when I see that demand increase, that's when I'll go ahead and lay the water down. So as soon as I zone, there's no conflicts or anything. But I do know that I want to make some changes in the city before I get zoning back here, just so the city's prepared for the influx of people back here. So right now, I'm going to throw some paths back here, just to kind of create some walkability back here in this commercial zone. This could be a pretty busy corner, so just want to make it walkable, make it convenient, and yeah, you can already see some people using it, so it's working out really well here. Probably end up doing the same thing, just some smaller changes around here, and I know right here we'll throw a kind of path right here at an angle. You see a lot of features like these in some smaller towns, cut throughs and cut acrosses that just make it easy to walk, really connect everything up. Right here, I'm going around and making certain buildings historical. That way I'm able to preserve the original character of the city. That way, as things around it grow, certain things kind of maintain their original character, stay the same, and those things end up kind of being the staples to the city. And yeah, those are kind of what give it a certain appeal. And we'll do some parking here. I know I'm going to need to add a few more parking spots as we grow, and we will be building that park here pretty soon. But right now, I know that right here, when you go to move a building, say you want to move a building, make sure you dezone it, because if you do not dezone it and use move it, another building will grow right where that building was. So you got to make sure you dezone it if you want to move a building. So we got this park done. It's looking really good. Just kind of gonna finish it up with some palm trees here to line the arterial road. That way it's looking nice when you're driving by, and probably do the same thing on the city side as well, just to kind of create this dividing wall of palm trees. I figured it'd look pretty cool. Go around, plant a couple more. Just some finer detailing. This stuff's really enjoyable. Really gives, really, I don't know, really makes your cities stand out. Really gives your design its certain, characteristics. So highly recommend you spend some time being, somewhat precise. Doesn't necessarily have to be so rigid, but yeah, just go ahead and do some detailing. It looks really good. Yeah, a bunch of people using it, so that's cool stuff right there. I do know that we're going to go ahead and throw some parking down, and this will now be our parking. So right here, I'm going to go ahead and throw down an elementary school. I know I only have one other elementary school, and it's over here, so definitely going to need another elementary school after we get some more people moved in. It'll look really good right here, so we'll plop that down, and we will need some place for people to park their cars, some more paths, and yeah, probably, I don't know, some tree lines in the back, and then I know we're doing some more paths over there. Really just going to make this whole neighborhood really walkable. So expect a lot of paths back this way. And we are going to need to throw down some service buildings too, but not quite yet. Wait till we get some people moved in, and we'll get there when we get there. But right now, again, just getting some paths down to make this really walkable back here. I mean, I know I walked to school tons of times, but not because it was close. Don't miss the bus. Don't miss the bus. But you do need some paths, right? And we're back. So right here, remember how I mentioned these paths? Yeah, well, we're gonna keep going with those. So we'll link up some gravel paths back here. These will just end up being more nature-y, so it'll be nice to walk through, hear the birds chirping, be one with nature and stuff. But these will get some use too. These will get some heavy use. These will provide a nice walk to school and a nice walk back. So yeah, I mean, the more people walk in, the less cars taking up space on the road. So you definitely want to implement these everywhere you can. So speaking of paths, though, thinking back, I was just walking on some pretty cool paths. Took a lot of inspiration from being at Disney in California. So went to Anaheim, and yeah, we bounced back and forth between both parks. My girlfriend and I, we went to, did Disneyland and then did Adventure Park. So it was pretty cool. Yeah, haven't been there before, first time. Being places like that are just, it's just really inspiring. You get to see everybody in motion. Seeing how things works is really cool. So, yeah, we had a blast. It was a really good time. I had never been there before, so it was really fun. Stayed in a hotel that was literally right across the street from the entrance. Could not have been easier. Couldn't have been easier to get in the park. It was raining though, so but we made the best of it. It didn't. It's not like the rain was gonna throw me off any. Um, I was born in Florida, so I know a thing or two about rain. So yeah, overall had a good time. Got to go on a lot of the rides, but a good bit of them were closed. The Pixar Pier had the Incredicoaster closed. The Haunted Mansion was closed. There were a few things because it's just after spring, like spring break and everything, so they are shutting down their rides to do some refurbishments before they open back up for the summertime rush. So I mean, it was a good time to go because there's this break in between spring break and summer where you do catch kind of a lull. But we did, we did catch it on a rainy day, so that was not the plan, but we made the best of it. It was a good time. Good first time. Definitely had a blast. Um, so, overall, just getting some detailing done, plopping some trees down here, and yeah, giving it a little bit of, design to it. Um, some uniformity to the roads here. Um, I really like doing some detailing in this game, though. It's the detailing is probably the most relaxing part of this game. However, a lot of the times when I go to do my detailing, I say I'm going to do this park right here in this triangle here. So I know I want to do a park here, and I know that if I'm not screen recording, or hey, even if I am screen recording, I can't let myself get too into detailing because my computer will crash. I avoid doing autosaves. I was running into that problem where it would crash too. I need to kind of control my saves to where I believe this is the thing, to where if I wait too long and I'm doing a lot of work and then I go to make a new save manually, depending how much data or how many objects I've placed within a given time frame, like if I try to cram too many things into a new save file, it usually crashes. So I have to save every, I don't know, like 5 or 10 minutes. I set a timer to remind myself to manually save. So I deal with a lot of crashing. Probably need to. I probably need to take a look at my PC. It's recommended that you change the water or the coolant out in your PC if that's the way you go. I do have a water-cooled PC, so if that is the case, it is recommended that you change your water out every year. I got this computer 3 years ago, and I have yet to do it. So I'll get a lot of crap for that, but hey, I should probably look into doing that soon. And yeah, I'll keep you posted on that. so moving forward with some detailing to this park here, because yeah, again, that's just one of the most therapeutic parts about this game. Um, I'll end up saving here pretty soon, I know that, to avoid any crashes. Um, Let me know if that happens to you. Let me know that, yeah, I mean, if you're if you wait a while to save, do you run into crashes? Do you put it on auto save to avoid that? Let me know what you do. Let me know your approach to that. Um, so yeah, right here, since we just added all this residential back here, um, that gives us a good opportunity to throw some commercial back here. We know we got a lot of people that just moved back here, and they're gonna need some places to shop. So figure we'll do some commercial zoning, pretty central to this area, and then we'll have that, the main town back there as well. So I just wanted to take a second to thank you guys for watching this far and getting to know Valley Bay Harbor. I do plan on increasing the quality of the content for you, so stick around. Alright, and here we will move into getting a new park installed to this neighborhood, and for it, we'll go ahead and say that they knew they had this plot back here. It was getting a bit contaminated, being close to the landfill, just a little bit too close to the noise and everything. So the neighborhood got together, and as people moved out of these less desirable lots, the neighborhood went ahead and bought them up and said, hey, we got some plans to put a park here. But who knows, maybe one of these homeowners didn't want to sell, and they stuck around for a bit, so they were never able to build the park. But one day, he finally said, you know what, I'll go ahead and sell, and they were able to get the last lot, secure the whole plot of land, go ahead and get their park thrown down. And we'll say it was a really big day for the neighborhood, because this will actually increase the overall health of the neighborhood. I mean, people will have a place to go and relax. You have that noise buffer to where, yeah, I mean, there's about 6 houses that were in this block that were just that much closer to the noise, that much unhappier, that much, that much more discontent with where they were at. So this will create a small buffer and serve a really good purpose. So yeah, we got some tennis courts, got some basketball courts, and the last thing to do is just throw down a place for people to go ahead and put their cars. So it's looking good. Really useful to go ahead and throw something like this down here, and just really purposeful. So looks good. Looks good. Right here, I know that I'd like to go ahead and throw a skate park down. This would just be a really good spot for it in my mind. I know that I've been to a few that are located in spots similar to this, near an arterial road that leads you either into a greater park area, or an arterial road near a river. These are just really common spots for skate parks to be, and it looks really good here. The creators did a really good job on this design of the skate park. I mean, it looks great. I mean, it gets the idea across really well, and it resembles a lot of skate parks that I've been to personally. It just gets the feel across right away. It looks really good. I do skate, so It resembles, I know, it resembles Riverwalk in Bradenton, Florida. It resembles Venice Skate Park in California. They just did a really good job of kind of, getting the point across. So I would like to throw in some walking paths behind it too. Just make it a really nice open space. A lot of the times where there is a skate park nearby, you will have a lot of open space. Go toss a ball around or go picnic and stuff. So I figured this would be a really good plot of land to do that in, and it's got some really nice traffic flow by it, so it's got good visibility, and you'll get some good use out of this over here. This would be a really expensive project. Skate parks are not cheap. Definitely when it's all concrete. Concrete skate parks are super expensive. Really hard to build and really hard to get approved. It's a lot easier to, maybe in a smaller town, just throw down some crappy ramps, and I'm sure a lot of people know what I'm talking about. This is looking really good right here, and now we have an opportunity to do our skate park parking. Yeah, so we'll get this down, and with all the trees and everything, it is looking really good here, so we can go ahead and look at moving on in the build to our industry area. So, the moment we've all been waiting for, I'm sure, is to finally come over here and see where we're at. I know that we do have some more garbage, processing need. So, as I take a moment to flip around in here and realize that I need the incinerator plant. So once I find that, I'll realize that I don't really want it to be that close to the arterial. It's just a little bit too close for the power plant, so we will end up throwing that back more towards the peninsula here. But we won't place it where we already have some buildings generating money. We'll go ahead and throw it to the side, probably right here. So that way we are still left with some space to go ahead and throw our cargo terminal down. That way we can get our train station there. And it's looking really good over here. We are looking at our eventual park, but not this episode. We will get to it though. So it is looking good over here. I know that I need some storage though. We do need a storage building. So I wasn't able to find a good spot for it yet. I wanted to do something creative, but figure it will work right here. We will just kind of have to be mindful of all the traffic this thing is going to see though. I put it right by this intersection that you're not supposed to be allowed to turn left here, so you need to fix this. And so now we'll take a ride in here to the city and please keep your hands and feet inside the vehicle at all times, and if you get motion sick, please lean out the window. So taking a look here, getting a good view of the industry area, and it just looks great. Pulling up here, you do get a sense of realism. The scale looks good. Scale feels good, and that building is just massive, though. So that'll be a huge project to have to tear that down, and it'll make a great park. So I am looking forward to that. I'm excited to do that. Excited to have that story behind it. Again, I do plan on increasing the quality of the content, so yeah, please stick around and subscribe to catch it when it comes out.